have to check my attitude, got to check my finances. I literally disassociated from getting engaged and getting married because I didn't want to be hurt. I didn't want to be let down. Girls, we are engaged. Oh my goodness, y'all. Like, can't even believe it. So I wanted to come and do an update video. I posted a video maybe a year or two ago about my single season. I was single for 3 years, no talking to anybody, no dating. It was just a season to be really selfish and just learn so much about myself. So if you missed out on that video, definitely go check it out. And then after you watch the video, if you still have questions, I can make a part 2 to that video. But this video is going to be all about me being engaged in my fiance era and kind of how we led up to that, how it all happened, how it all went down. So stay tuned if you want to hear all about it. So I met my now fiance a couple times. Like when we first met, funny enough, I took a video of me and him together. We were at the park. I believe it was Memorial Day weekend. We were at Piedmont Park and we were just all having a good time. It was summer. We was feeling ourselves, and I just saw these guys and I'm like recording myself and I'm like showing the background. I'm like, hey y'all, we having a good time. So it's funny because he ended up being in that video. Now, we did not connect that time that we met, didn't think about him, it was nothing. So the next time, that was in September. So the next time that we actually came face to face was in December for at a Christmas party. So it was like a Christmas party at like this big house, and we were like, you know, upstairs just walking around, you know, having a good time. And we have mutual friends, so he just started talking to me because his friend is my friend and one of my friends is his friend as well. So we were kind of just all mutuals, and he started talking to me, and then his friend left and I'm like, your friend left, you might want to go catch up with them. And he was like, oh, well, I can't talk to you. I'm like, I don't know. So I think at that party I gave him my Instagram. Somehow we started following each other on Instagram. Later on, a little bit after that, my friend was like, well, what do you think about him? I'm like, girl, I don't think nothing about him. Like, I was just so far removed from dating, and it's so funny just how all of it happened. And I truly don't think that we would have even got this far had we not had mutual friends. I don't know if I would have gave like a random guy in Atlanta the time of day, honestly. But since we had mutual friends and we were like gonna see each other more often, that's like just how it happened. So February, so you know, the party was in December. In February, we saw each other again at a workout class. At the workout class, he asked me on a date. I said yes, and I think maybe a week or two after, we went on our first date, and history, child. And now I'm engaged. So I would say the transition from being single to being in a relationship is hard. Just getting out of your own way, getting out of your own head. And also, if you're actually not proactively thinking like, this is how I want to date, this is how I want it to go, like all of that stuff was so far from my mind. So as I was navigating dating him, some things were a little bit hard because obviously you have to make sure that this person is for you. This is a genuine, kind soul. But what I can say is that God is so good. He always like protects me from you know, bad situation with men in particular. Like I feel like the whole time I was single, he was protecting me. And then when I met my now fiance, God just kind of gave me peace and comfortability with him. And although it didn't particularly start out the way that I would have liked it, because like I said, I was not dating to like, let's get married or whatever. I just was like, oh, let's just go on a date, whatever. Like I just wasn't thinking of it that way. I do sometimes wish that I was thinking about it that way, but it all worked out and we ended out with a ring. It was so funny because a little bit before I met my fiance, I was telling my best friend, like, I just think I'm gonna be single forever. And then lo and behold, I found someone, and now we are gonna get married. So it's just honestly so crazy. And I also used to think, like, how do you know if this is the one? How do you know, like, if this person is your person? So I feel like throughout our dating, I always felt like he was the one, but I did have doubts. I needed a sign from God. I used to pray about it all the time. I still do pray about it. And honestly, I feel like God has given me so much confirmation in saying, this is your husband, this is who you are supposed to be with. He's given both of us confirmation, but particularly I got a lot of confirmation like the day of our engagement. So just to back up a little bit, before we got engaged, which we got engaged December 2025, so before we got engaged, I was getting antsy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, why is he taking so long? What's taking so long? Y'all, whole time he had really been planning the engagement for like the whole 2025 basically. And honestly, it's kind of hard to surprise me because I am all over the place. I go back to Tampa a lot, and he just was like, what would be a way that I can do this? She doesn't know her mom can be here and she's not suspicious. It's like he just was trying to think of a way that would be perfect and also the perfect date. So he ended up doing it December 19th, 2025. And December 19th is when we went to the Christmas party, and he had first spoken to me. And I did not know that until the engagement, which I was like, wow. He actually knew the date that we first spoke to each other. And this is the same date that we got engaged. So it's really special. And like I said, I was antsy. I was very uneasy. Like, I definitely was like, if he doesn't do it now, like, that's just, I'm out, I'm done. So I was a little snippy, I was a little uneasy, but he was really patient with me during this time, just knowing what he was knowing that he was getting the ring, planning it all, setting it up. And then coming up to December, I was kind of having like some pain in my breast, just feeling different things. After you turn 30, you may feel new things in your body. So I set up a mammogram. I went to the mammogram appointment, which was the morning of December 19th. And I was telling my mom, I'm like, I still do go to the doctor in Tampa. So I was telling my mom I wanted her to come with me. I'm really scared. Like, I just did not want any bad news. Like, I was just, I was in shambles. My mom was like, there's no way I can come with you today. Like, I have errands to run. My little brother was home, so she said she had to take him to the bank. She had to do this and that. She told me that I can cancel the appointment and we can go another time. I'm like, Mom, no, I'm gonna go by myself. It's okay. So I went to the appointment. All was well. They came out the same, like a little bit after I did the mammogram. They told me it was clear. There was nothing on my mammogram and I was good to go. So I was honestly rejoicing and thanking God that I had no bad results or anything. So I was planning to go to a premiere with my best friend for her real estate. I was planning to go to a premiere with her. That's what she told me. So I live out of town, so I don't really get to go places with her. So I was like, okay, I have to go here with my bestie because she wants me to go. It's really important. So she picks me up. We go to her house. We get dressed. And I was just going to put my hair in a ponytail, but I ended up like doing some curls. And she was like, okay, yes, I like the curls. And then she was like, oh, your nails aren't done. Like, we need to go get you some nails because there's going to be some important people there. And I'm like, girl, this is for you. Like, it's not for me. Like, let's just chill. But we stopped by the dollar store and got some press-ons, and I'm so grateful that she made me do that. Y'all, this whole time I had no idea what was going on because I just was so filled with emotions on everything that I had gone through, the upper half of the day. So I was just, I really wanted to go home, read my Bible, listen to gospel music, and just, praise God and just be with God. But like I said, I had some friend duties to do, so I knew I had to go. So we get to the event. It was like in St. Pete, so we had a little drive, maybe about 30 minutes or so. We get there and we enter in on the bottom level. So the hotel was upstairs, downstairs type building, and he had the proposal right by the pool on the bottom floor. So we went in the back door and I saw all these people, and we were wearing all black, and the people were also wearing all black, but the people were like all black people. I didn't look at anybody's faces, and I'm like, I think it probably would be like some white people down here because we're going for my best friend's firm. So maybe this is the wrong place, but they do have all black. So I'm just playing this back in my head, but also like, girl, I'm just following your lead. So we went up the elevator, got to the top of the stairs. I looked down, I see my fiance there, and I lost it, y'all. Like, I absolutely lost it. All my friends and family, all his friends and family came from all over the place, Virginia, DC, just all over the place, y'all. Other places in Florida, and I was just so surprised, so overcome with emotions. Like I said, from the day, from the proposal, and as soon as I saw my fiance, I knew that he was the one for me. I just felt it. It was just like this instant switch, like, this is my husband, this is who I'm supposed to be with. God was just showing up in all the little details that day. And even from like my best friend telling me, usually when you get a mammogram, they don't tell you your results right away. They told me right away. Like, it was just things like that where God was like leading me to my husband the entire day. Even though I wanted to quit, even though I wanted to go home and do nothing, it's like he was just showing up in all the details, and I was overcome with emotions. Like, I cried like the whole night, the whole next day. I was just crying. So it was such a beautiful engagement, and I would say that when you know, you will know. And people that say that, I get it now, because nobody's story is the same. So my story is not the same as someone else's love story. So I feel like that is exactly why. And all the reasons that I knew that my fiance is going to be my husband, it's different than what someone else may know. But what I do know is when we first started dating, we started going to church together, and we've just literally grown in faith together, and it's so beautiful. We've done premarital counseling and just, you know, praising the Lord, worshiping the Lord, tithing together has just been like the ultimate sign that he is my husband. And also, it's just such a gift from God, because, you know, it could have been any point where he could have went that way and I could have went this way, but what I can say is we both had a very rich values in Christ and Jesus Christ, and we knew that like when we first started dating. And I'm just so proud of where we've come and how I've grown, y'all. Being in premarital counseling has really pulled and stretched me, girl. Stretched me, my attitude, my finances, just every single thing. It helps so much, and I would 100% recommend that if you are looking to be married and you are a Christian. 3 things that I would say you should be doing before getting married and in preparation is, number 1, like knowing how you want to be courted and knowing how you want that man to show up for you, whether it's I don't want to have sex before marriage. Like, whatever your non-negotiables are, make sure that you write those things down. And if you do get approached by a guy, you can say, these are the things that I require and I am not budging on these things. So if you don't align on these things, bye-bye. Make sure that you are following God's discernment and just knowing what you want before you get in a situation, because so many times that I have been in relationships and I did not have any requirements or any standards, and it's just like I don't have anything to go off on, and then we started one way, so I can't try to change it on him and try to change it into a different way. It's like, no, you have to come in that way and really present yourself as, you know, who you want to be and who you want to be in that relationship and how you would like to be if you guys get married. So number one, knowing what you want out of the dating courting phase. Number two, finances. Y'all, had I known that and it's so funny because I knew that I wanted to be married, I knew that I wanted to be a wife, but like, I just feel like sometimes things seem so far out of reach that I kind of disassociate myself, and that's something that I'm working on. That's like a flaw of mine, but I literally disassociated from getting engaged and getting married because I didn't want to be hurt. I didn't want to be let down. And although my fiance has always kept his promises, I have daddy issues. I have other issues with people who just maybe didn't do what they said they were going to do, haven't showed up for me in ways that I needed them to. So I feel like I do that as a protection for my heart, for my feelings, and in hopes that, okay, if this doesn't work out, I can move on. Knowing that I am that type of person, I wish my finances were more organized than they are now. I wish I would have saved more. I wish I would have just thought about, you know, like, okay, we get engaged, now we have to plan a wedding, we have to buy this, it's just so expensive. Things are so expensive now. So I just wish I would have been a little bit more prepared, but it's never too late. God is good. He is a God of provision. So, you know, even though I was not prepared in that area, I'm hoping that you ladies can be prepared in that area. If you do decide that you want to be a wife and you start to date someone that you feel is of husband material and quality, baby, make sure them finances is in order so that when you are coming together with your husband, you aren't feeling embarrassed, you aren't feeling like, oh, I don't have it together. It's just uneasy. Like, that feeling is the worst. So definitely making sure you have your finances together. So first thing is knowing what you want out of the dating courting phase, and also the second is making sure your finances is in order. Third, definitely make sure that, like I said, this is more faith-based, but make sure that if the guy that you want to marry is a Christian, you are a Christian, I would 100% recommend premarital counseling. You talk about everything from finances, parents, love languages, like if you're the type that is more and your partner is more calm, reserved, like you just talk about so many different things. I can't think of all the things off the top of my head, but you really dive deep into things that you probably wouldn't normally talk about. And premarital counseling under, you know, a couple or a pastor or, you know, anybody from church or something like that, a couple from church, a married couple from church, that will definitely help you feel more prepared, like you feel ready. And they even give you tools to bring up the hard conversations, to argue well, to suffer well, how to show up for your partner, how your partner can show up for you. It's just so much that we didn't talk about, and or we may have talked about, but we didn't really go into detail. So premarital counseling has really truly blessed us. And honestly, I think with those three things, if your partner is equally yoked with you, if he loves you, if he is the one for you, those 3 things will really prepare you for the next chapter that you're going in. So I feel like the next video I might talk about is like just the changes, like since I've been engaged, the changes, you know, and I think I'll just touch on that at another time. But it just has been so many changes, and I'm just excited to bring you guys along. I've already looked at dresses. I haven't found the one, but I have looked at dresses. I've been vlogging, all the things. So I just can't wait to share this next chapter with you guys. I do want to open up to you guys more, let you all in, and just bring you along on this journey. So I'm super excited. I'm super happy, guys. I was so excited to share this news with you all, my YouTube family. I love y'all so much. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll also leave the link to the previous video that I was talking about in the description box as well. Like I said, let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I will chat with you guys down there. I love you all so much.